Yo, what do you do, guys? It is your boy, Leo Mookie here, back with you with another new chapter of Rise of the Shonen Heroes. And like I said, sorry it took so while, guys. Originally, I wanted to put this series on hold for a little while so I could work on that of the now, basically discontinued Final Heroes project. Which I fucked up with that one because I asked you guys how I should make all of their parties be, and you all guys chose originally. Worst part is many of the characters that were in all of the original sword, bow, and spear hero parties, other than fucking Mai and that dumbass knight Mont, the other party members basically had no personality whatsoever and no real importance to the goddamn plot either. So every time when I wrote a script with these characters and had to be reminded on what kind of fucking personality they have, it always was a fucking hassle. And I refuse to make stories that would be nothing but a hassle on me. So yeah, by the time I make this chapter, I'll probably post another new Shield Hero fic. But as for the Final Heroes, don't worry, I'm basically rewriting that story actually. Decided to do it my way. But it will be a while until the rewrite comes out. So yeah. Any rates, with now that rant out of the way, let's go into the recap for the last chapter. In the last chapter, Naofumi, Yuji, and Asta and their party finally arrive at that of the slave tent at Melremark, where Naofumi finally got his two new party members. Same as always, Raphtalia, and the other being that of a girl that was once in Moriyasu's party, known as Rinno, forced into slavery by taking on a debt that the bitch of the princess basically forced onto her. Thankful for Naofumi basically saving her, she now joins his party. Not only that, now knowing the truth about where to find the rest of the other of Raphtalia's friends and residents of her village, being that of Idol Robier's territory, the biggest supporter of the three heroes' faith or cult in Melremark, as Asta, alongside that of Blake and Felix, decided to go help out those people and free them from that of the terrible noble. As for Aurelia and Yuji, they decided to head back to her territory with that of the slaves that they did free, and decided to send them back to their homes. As for Tanjiro, he arrived at Raphtalia's village, alongside that of Elise as well, wanting to know on what they have coming for them for the waves in the future after all. But during this investigation, Tanjiro and Elise basically run into that of two girls, one human girl and one demi-human girl. The human girl known as Ethel, and the demi-human girl known as Karen, as they are the remaining, residents of the village, as they are trying their best to defend what's left of their home after all. However, Tanjiro now knowing that the fact that many of the villagers may be still alive but forced into slavery at a certain noble's territory, the same territory where Asta and his party are going, Idol Robier, as now it seems that the two Shonen heroes will meet in the same area again. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 7, Wrath of the Heroes. 3 days have now passed since Asta, alongside Tanjiro, plan on heading to Idol Robier's territory, but back into the capital. Currently, right now, Izuku, alongside that of Esdev, and Vivian actually went to that of the church to see the dragon hourglass, as Esdev basically reminded Izuku that if they wanted to register for the waves for that of Melremark, they need to basically come to the dragon hourglass to register. And since the coming waves is basically at the end of next week, they need to make sure to continue training and getting stronger. Thanks to SDEF's recommendation on taking on strong monsters and making sure to basically destroy their bodies entirely. Given that, turns out monsters can resurrect, especially if they're at a high enough level. If you don't burn or basically destroy the entire body as a whole, they can come back as undead. The highest level that a monster can basically come back from the dead is basically level 50. And now, Izuku is now at level 50 himself, but his stats almost look like he's already at that of level 70. As for Vivian, they basically retailored her, noble attire. She still has the same black dress as before when they first met. However, it seems a lot more reinforced than before. Also, not only that, they also gave her that of an axe. When she said that she basically could use axes, she wasn't joking. She can literally use freaking battle axes and one hand wield them without even breaking a sweat, possibly due to her demi-human and human mixed heritage after all. As for her magic, she's skilled in basically any elemental form of magic, such as that of fire, water, wind, and earth. She can even do a little bit of healing magic too as well, showing that she's basically an all-rounder for their party besides just Izuku as well. SDEF at first basically hated her. Hell, she actually still can't stand, Vivian actually. Now that she has to share Izuku and not be able to put in her special plan of basically making him hers entirely. But seeing on how capable she is in combat and in battle, maybe she will have her uses. Outside of combat though, she still can't stand that of the, halfling after all. With then Izuku looking at that of his reinforced gauntlets and seeing the gem as he opens up his menu and realizes, so we really do have a week and next week, the end of next week, before the first wave, or rather the second wave begins. Within soon, as they're saying yes. The first wave was, surprisingly, it caught a lot of people off guard. By that time, it took forever for the military to show up. Besides the village Iridia basically being destroyed and the original regent that was in charge of Melromark while Big Sis Morelia was gone, it was only a matter of time until everything went to shit. If we knew that the Three Heroes Church alongside the king basically planned on summoning all 4 cardinal heroes here to Melromark, and if it wasn't for Her Majesty, with then Vivian saying Melromark would be basically facing against an all-out war between that and the nations to get that of the cardinal heroes back. Within, Izuku couldn't help but clench his fist before closing out his menu, saying, all the more reason once we put an end to the wave here, we're leaving Melromark and heading to other nations to help out. What's the closest nations nearby? With then, as they're saying, if I recall, the closest nations nearby are that of Sildveld and Shieldfrieden. And not only that, both countries basically worship that of the Church of the Shield as their main religions. But unlike that of Sildveld, which is more fanatical, Shieldfried is a lot more open-minded about each religion, even if its main religion is based on one hero alone. With Vivian smiling, saying, oh, actually, Shieldfried is where my mother comes from. My mother was basically come from that of a minor noble family, actually. It's because of my union between my father and her that we had that of a short truce between that of Shieldfried. But now, who knows? But now, given that, the queen is now trying to keep everything intact and keep other nations from destroying Melromark, that may not last for long. That the truce may be basically broken by now. Within, soon, Izuku couldn't help but wonder, is this truly? It feels like so many people are just dealing under the table, manipulating others, just doing however they see fit as long as they can gain a profit. Even though the world is basically on the brink of destruction, they basically do all this stuff. Why? What's the point? It's not like it's going to basically help them survive. So why? Then, Izuku couldn't help but just get absolutely annoyed at this. Before then, Estef spoken up saying, it's human nature, Izuku. It's human nature for us all to want to basically destroy and hurt one another, to gain what we want for our own selfishness and our own entitledness as well. The weak, just as I told you, the strong survive and the weak die. The nobility basically embody that sentiment entirely, and any noble that basically shows any form of kindness will not last long, especially here in Melremark and in Sildveld as well. Hearing all this from Estef, Izuku couldn't help but say, even more reason I need to continue to stand by my ideals. I need to continue to help others in need. I won't turn a blind eye, but I will look up for all of the pieces. I'm not the kind of person that just sits by and do nothing. When I see somebody just asking for help, that's just the kind of hero I am. But then after saying that, Estef couldn't help but say, so adorable, that conviction. With Vivian saying, I know, right? It's so amazing. Makes my heart want to be at its chest. Then, soon both women look at each other, with Vivian having that of a kind and caring smile with her eyes closed, as for Estef basically glaring icicles at Vivian, as they both basically try to catch up Izuku. However, little did Izuku know he was going to run to somebody, then saying, hey, Midoriya! Then, hearing his last name, you soon notice 3 people in front of him, as he couldn't help but smile, saying, hey, Naofumi! With him waving towards that of the black-haired young man, with his gear a lot more better than it was before now, as it almost looks just like his canon outfit, actually. Next to him being that of Rydia, with her no longer wearing the same, tattered rags as before when they first met. Now she's wearing that of a full-on adventurer gear and outfit. However, instead of anything fancy, it's just mainly that of a chainmail armor with that of metal gauntlets as well, and on her back being that of a warhammer, and right next to that of Naofumi as well, on his left side being Raphtalia, as she's not exactly as she would be in canon just yet. She's not level 20 just yet. Currently, right now, she's actually at level 15, where she actually does look 15 right now, but wearing that of a decent basic red adventurer gear with that of a short sword on her side. Within, soon, Izuku saying, Naofumi, hey, Raphtalia, Miss Reno. Then, soon Raphtalia basically going behind that of Izuku for a bit, saying, hello, Mr. Izuku. Then Reno saying, Sir Izuku, pleasure to meet you again. Are you and your party doing well? Saying, yeah. We just came back from that of the Dragon Hourglass to see about the waves. We've already registered for when it comes. But then Naofumi saying, oh yeah? Huh. That's awesome. We were actually going to that of Earhart's shop and get some more gear. I want to make sure that these girls are prepared, to be honest. It's only been that. Then soon, Rydia saying, I've mainly been the one keeping the 2 of you safe, to be honest. Even though I may have been in debt, my levels, I still was able to keep my levels being that of level 25 after all. Then Naofumi saying, yeah, and I'm level 27. Remember, we're mainly doing this to help Raphtalia get up to a high enough level as well. Then Raphtalia feeling somewhat saying, I'm doing my best as much as I can, Master. Trust me. I won't let you down. You and Dixis Renio. With then Sue Renio saying, we know you're doing great, Raftalia. Trust me. With soon, Izuku couldn't help but basically smile at their interactions, as he's already aware that both Rydia and Raftalia are basically slaves. It even says it over that of his head display when it says Naofumi slaves about both of them. However, Naofumi doesn't treat them like slaves, so he doesn't really have to do anything to worry about. But then soon, as they're saying, so, Sir Shield Hero, how's the training going? Within, soon, he's Naofumi saying, hey, Esdef, right? We're doing as much as we can. We're getting close to level 30. Saying, level 30? How quaint. Within, wrapping her arms around that of Izuku's shoulders, with Izuku basically going completely red, saying, as you know, and as you can see over that of Lord Izuku's head, he's already that of level 50. Thanks to our tutelage, he's already reached quite that of a high level. If I must say, he might be even the strongest hero currently now. Do you think you can surpass Lord Izuku? With then, soon, Naofumi saying, probably not. Even if we were at the same level, it's not like I would still be able to win. I mean, his stats are basically already higher than mine, to be honest. With then, soon, Vivian saying, that is true. As the legend says, the Shonen heroes are truly the greatest of them all. Not even the cardinal heroes can basically stand up to them. As Vivian says this without even batting an eye, as even though there are basically many people within that of the Three Heroes Church, however, as much as it is basically the main religion, the people of Melromark don't really care too much about it. Because what has their religion actually ever done for them? Just as much as the royal family has done for them either. So to be honest, the people of Melromark are basically just trying to live on their own, to be fair. With then, soon, Izuku getting out of Esdef's grasp, saying, well, besides us wanting to find out who's strongest, I still need to know. Have you heard anything from that of Asta? With then, soon, Naofumi saying, no, unfortunately. Within Esdef saying, he and his party plan to go to Idol Robier's territory. The territory to save the remaining slaves that his demi-human party member wants to help out. To be honest, it's quite pathetic, to be fair, to basically come to the whims of your party member without you deciding anything for yourself. He may be a hero, but he acts more like that of a somebody who's trying to satisfy everybody. With then, Izuku saying, I see nothing wrong with that. Besides, he's just trying to help out his comrades and friends. Nothing wrong with that, Esdef. Within, Naofumi saying, oh, but I did hear something about that of Tanjiro while I was heading to the guild after all. Within, soon, hearing this, Izuku saying, what about Mr. Kamado? With that, Renio speaking up saying, rumor has it that he's heading to that of high territories. He's also been taking care of that of bandits and also that of slavers on the way there. Which then, soon, as if saying, do you know where he's going? With then, Naofumi looking at both his girls before saying, Idol Robier's territory as well. After hearing that, both Izuku, Esdef, and even Vivian couldn't help but have their eyes wide in shock, wondering on what Tanjiro is thinking. Currently now, it's nightfall, as there are basically two lands basically splitting off from one another. One of the lands on that of the edge, which is basically a lot more smaller, but has a little bit more of that of demi-humans. The other, a lot more bigger, with that of the major manor on top of a mountainside, to be honest. As the person scouting out the area being that of Tanjiro, alongside that of Elise, Ethel, and Karen as well. With soon, Tanjiro trying to smell in the area, saying, I can smell. There are quite a bit of people in the area. It seems, not only that, I need to get a little bit closer. I can't smell if there are any other demi-humans outside of the ones tending to the field to the other side of on the other side of the lands. With then Elise saying, do we really have to do this? I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to help the people here, but shouldn't we inform the authorities about innocent people being forced into slavery? With then Ethel saying, kill, 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 kill. As then Karen begins to translate Ethel saying, like hell they would plan on helping us. The Melremark military was just as much as involved as any of the nobles in the nearby area were involved too, is what Ethel said. And you do know that, Ethel, that not all the nobles were involved. Some of them actually cared about helping us. With then Ethel basically turning her head saying, kill. With then Tanjiro saying, I understand how you feel and frustrated as well, Miss Ethel, Miss Karen, but I want to do what I can to help out as well, too. Plus, could you please stop saying kill all the time so I can understand you properly? With then Ethel speaking once more saying, okay. Seeing how easy it was, Tanjiro couldn't help but smile with his eyes closed. With then Elise saying, so, what is the plan, Mr. Tanjiro? Within, Tanjiro saying, right, we're going to be sneaking down into the territory. Hopefully we can basically avoid the town and head straight for the manor. During that time, we'll basically be sneaking around and so we can find that of the slaves and demi-humans from your village. After that, we'll find some way to get them out as quickly as possible. So, let's get going. Within hearing that, Karen saying, that's a well-executed plan, Mr. Tanjiro. You must have really thought about this quite a bit. Within Tanjiro saying, well, a little. With taking the compliment saying, now, let's get going before, soon, a huge explosion happens at the gate of Idol Robier's manor. With then Tanjiro, alongside Ethel, Elise, and Karen couldn't help but have that of looks of dumbfoundedness and shock. Within soon, Ethel saying, what's going on? Who's attacking before we are? Within Elise saying, Mr. Tanjiro, I think we better get going and wondering what's going on. Come on. As then, taking a careful approach to scale down the cliffside that they were at, with Elise grabbing her staff and Ethel grabbing her bow, with Karen taking her time as well, not wanting to dirty up her kimono after all. But at Idol Robier's manor, within many Melremark guards couldn't help but say, "We're under attack! We're under attack! Where?" Before getting his head cut off by that of Felix. Before then, a few other guards were also slashed through that of their armors, with that of Blake and her long sword and basically dagger, as then using that of her shadow magic to create that of a double, before slicing a few more in her path. As for Asta, he basically roars in that of pure unadulterated rage, as slamming that of the Demon Slayer sword to the ground, using that of his ki to create that of more damage into as well. Before then, sending that of a ki slash towards many other guards as well, using both the Demon Slayer sword and the Demon Dweller sword. With soon Felix saying, "Go front door," he said. "We're gonna charge right in," he said. Showing how serious we are, he said. God, why is my lord such a damn idiot? Ranting out, he soon dodges another slash before stabbing his attacker in the gut. before bringing out his second sword and slicing off his head, with then soon killing off another pair of guards, with then as Blake stands right behind that, a Felix saying, well, honestly, I can't really blame Master Asta for this approach. Did you really think he was going to take the more sneakier and more, and more subtle approach? With then soon remembering all the jobs that they had taken with Asta, as he's always the first one to strike, first one to go into the fray, first one to basically take on their opponents and keep their attention on him. Basically, he's like a DPS that plays tank all the goddamn time. And the worst part is, he can actually fill the tank role even being a DPS, given on how much shit the bastard can survive after all. With then hearing their hero and leader basically roaring in the distance. But then soon Felix saying, yeah, as the two sword wielders basically heading off to see their hero, as he basically takes down another guard, slamming his demon slayer sword in his back, with then removing the massive anti-magic black blade, with then soon seeing more and more guards basically surrounding him, as then saying, hey, where's your boss? Where's this Idol Robier? I got some few choice words for that son of a bitch. With then soon one of the guards saying, like we would tell somebody as filthy and as urchin as you. With then soon one of them say, hey, doesn't he look familiar? Saying, what? What are you talking about? He looks like nothing but a muscle-bound freak of a child. Saying, no, wait, I think I've seen him before too. He's one of the Shonen heroes. If I think about it, he's the Magic Knight Shonen hero. I think he goes by the name of Asta. Saying, wait, are you saying a Shonen hero's attacking us? But why? We haven't done anything. Or rather, our lord hasn't done anything wrong. With then sued us saying, wrong! Your lord and all of you have done some pretty screwed up shit. What you all have done is taken in innocent people and basically forced them into slavery. And not only that, I'm not the kind of person to just sit by and let innocent people suffer. So I'm gonna say this again. Bring out that bastard Idol Robier. With then soon the man, arrogant and self-entitled man saying, huh, so you want me, boy? Then you have me. With soon seeing that of the man that's in charge of the manor and the lands around it, as he being that of a pudgy and basically overweight man with that of royal clothes and attire. Not only that, he having that of a short mustache and also blonde hair, and in his hand he has that of a whip, within saying, and look who do I behold here, one of the heretic heroes. Within soon Asta not saying anything as he prepares both his swords. So you're the guy that basically attacked that of Reptalia's village and has her friends here, right? With then soon he's saying, oh, that other village run by that reformist bastard lord. I don't know what the queen was thinking, allowing such a filthy heathen like him to basically rule this country. Good thing he died, made it easier for the king and for that of the loveliest three heroes church to take control. And once the king and both the queen, alongside that of the royal family, are all gone, the royal family, the three heroes church, and the Pope himself would turn this nation into that of a theocracy. With then, it will be rid this world of demi-humans and they be turned into that of what they belong to be. Filthy animals turned into slaves. With then, soon, hearing that, Asta couldn't help but be completely and utterly disgusted. Before then, soon, Blake and Felix came up as they heard everything that the that of the three shield church nobleman basically said, with then Felix saying, I knew you were a sick bastard, and I knew that you had this much deep faith in the Three Heroes Church, but to this extent, God, this is just pathetic. Within, Blake, gripping onto both her sword and dagger as well, couldn't help but be completely and utterly disgusted as well, and how much that he sees demi-humans. Within, soon, Idol Robier seeing that of Felix saying, oh my dear boy, Felix, I heard the rumors that you abandoned your noble title. Your father has been quite over the moon hearing that. To think, not only that he lost his eldest son, but now his youngest son basically abandoned his noble duties as that of a noble Melremark. The world has truly lost its mind, now knowing that these Shonen heathens are here, saying, me lose my mind? My father knows that God doesn't know a damn thing about this world. If anything, he's too damn blinded by his loyalty to Melremark as nothing but a soldier. The dukedom of the Fardarius is basically nothing but a cage. I'm not a person that just sits back and just do nothing when I can use my abilities to actually do good things. And little did I know, the goodest thing I can do is get rid of filth like you. With then hearing that, so Idol Robier saying, you know what? Maybe I will do your father a favor by getting rid of his worthless son, such as you. Within, Idol Robier saying, everyone, kill them all, hold nothing back, slay them where they stand, destroy the heathens, but leave the Demi woman alive. I would love to relieve a little bit of stress with her. As he soon cracks his whip. After hearing that, both Blake felt that of disgust and also that of pure and utter adult hatred. Within, soon, in that of a blink of an eye, somebody passes all three of them. As then, they say, Hirokami Kagura, form one, dance! As it being Tanjiro, as he soon slashes through that of three guards with that of his sun-breathing style. With soon, Asta, Tanjiro saying, I really hate having to kill humans. If anything, I despise it more than anything. But now knowing the truth, knowing about this man, I have no regrets whatsoever. With then soon, Asta saying, what? Wait, Tanjiro? Tanjiro, is that you? With then soon, Tanjiro saying, hey Asta, didn't know that you would be here too. As then blocking an attack from that of another guard, using that of his Nichiri katana, as he slices the arm off of one of the guards before deflecting another attack. Within soon, more of the guards begin to surround them. Before then soon, black hands begin to emerge from that of the ground, begin to grab almost all of the guards, or some also piercing them below them as well. As then, soon Asta, alongside Felix and Blake, were completely caught off guard. Within soon, seeing that of Tipo flying towards them saying, hey you guys, you don't need to worry, they're not gonna hurt you. With then, it being from Elise, as she soon says, please, I'll support you while I can. Please support that of Mr. Tanjiro. With then, Asta not knowing on who the little girl is, but seeing that she's here to help out them and Tanjiro, can't help but just accept it, as he gives a thumbs up before jumping back into the fray, before then slamming down to the ground, creating that of another crater between that of multiple guards. With then, Sue, one of them say, kill, she's the spellcaster, kill her, we get rid of the arms. As many of them roar towards that of Elise, before then being shot in the head by an arrow, before then multiple arrow shots being sent flying towards them as well, as many of them being shot into the head, in between the eyes, and some in the neck as well. With then soon Ethel saying, five enemies taken out, moving on to sixth enemy taken out, moving on to seventh. With then Karin saying, nice work Ethel, you're getting better at using your bow. With then soon Ethel saying, Ethel's always doing well for Karin. With then soon shooting, without even looking, she soon shoots another as it hits dead center between the head of another guard, even going right through his helmet. With then soon Tanjiro using more and more of sun breathing, still can't get over the fact that his so-called hero status allows him to use the other forms of breathing besides just his water breathing and Hidon Kami Kagura, aka sun breathing, as well, even allowing him to channel that of the supposed imaginary flames and elemental power coursing through them as well. With then soon Asta and Tanjiro basically stand side by side, with then looking around and couldn't help but be happy, saying, Tanjiro, I didn't think that you would show up here. With then Tanjiro saying, same thing goes for you, Asta. I thought for sure that I would have to do this mission all by myself. With then soon Asta saying, so what did you come here for? Saying, the villagers from the village that was basically attacked during the first wave, those two little girls basically are the residents there. I came to help them out by getting back their neighbors and friends. With then soon Asta saying, same here. A little girl that we found from the slave market. We promised that we would get back her family and friends as well from this bastard Idol Robier. After saying that, they soon deflect more and more attacks from the guards, slashing away and striking them down as well. Before then, soon getting back into their conversation as they both are in that of deadlocks with their well-respected enemies. With then Tanjiro saying, wait, you went to a slave market? Can I ask why? With then Asta saying, it's not what you think. Trust me, I would never get a slave. We went to go and free them. It was a favor from one of my party members, Blake. And this is another favor from her and her friend that she made when she was in the slave market as well. So I'm only doing this so I can actually help out a friend, somebody dear to me. Is that something wrong? As then getting out of deadlock before cross-slashing into that of the guard, as he falls down on the ground bleeding out. Within Tanjiro soon counters before parrying the attack and slicing through that of the other his enemy's neck. Within saying, no, nothing wrong with that indeed. Within, Idol Robier could help but be utterly shocked and surprised seeing almost all of his guards being taken out, saying, no, screw this bullshit. Within, noticing that of the somewhat T-Rex statue, saying, there, all I need to do is reawakening the great dragon, and I'll use it to basically kill every last one of them here. With then soon, Idol Robier was heading to the statue, hoping to not be seen. However, little did he know, he would be. With then soon, Felix, alongside that of Blake, basically stand in front of him. As then, Felix saying, where the hell do you think you're going, you sick bastard? Within, Blake basically almost hissing like that of a cat from that of her growling actually. Within saying, damn you. As then preparing his whip, he soon basically tries to hit both Felix and Blake. Within, with multiple lashes out to them, with it saying, like I'll allow some worthless, entitled brat and a filthy demi-human bitch get in my way. I am Idol Robier, Viscount of this territory. I have the right to do whatever I please. I have the right to see and treat demi-humans how I feel. It is my right as a human being and superiority to those lesser races. Within sued, Felix dodging another whip strike. Within sued, using that of his sword to basically grab onto that of the whip. Saying, so that's the reason on why you basically side yourself with the Three Heroes Church? You basically have that of Demi. You're basically the whole supremacist bullshit. Why am I not surprised? The entire Three Heroes faith is nothing but that of demi-human supremacists. It seriously makes me sick that everything that my brother basically fought for and tried to build alongside that of the Queen and the late Regent was going to be going out of flames and wasted on people like you. Within, Idol Robier couldn't help but smirk, saying, "Talk is cheap, boy. It's the reason on why the current generation of young nobles are nothing but weak, naive fools. You don't know a damn thing on how the world works." Within, soon, without him realizing it, behind Idol Robier, being that of Blake, as she soon just stabs her sword right through his gut before using her daggers to basically slash right into that of the neck of Idol Robier as blood begins to spill from both his wounds. Within, soon, she's saying, and people like you, who don't know a damn thing about the world currently in its current state, who would use the waves of calamity for their own selfish means while the world is basically burning all to every other nation, would take advantage of innocent people. It's people like you that need to die the most in this world. Within, removing both her blades, Idol Robier drops that of his whip. Before then, he falls down to the ground. Is then Felix saying, that takes care of that. With then, as Felix and Blake were about to walk to that of Asta, within soon they begin to hear, both Blake begins to hear something saying, "Look out, Felix!" Within dropping down to the ground, as grabbing onto the blue-haired former noble, saying, "The hell are you?" As then the arrow that she heard didn't hit that of Felix or Blake. It actually hit Idol Robier in between his eyes on the ground. Within, they both couldn't help but be completely, utterly shocked and surprised that somebody was able to hit a man on the ground, dead center, in between his eyes. Within, soon, Idol Robier finally fully died. Within, soon, coming down from a couple of trees and heading to that of the manor, being that of Ethel and Karen, as then both Felix and Blake see the two adopted siblings. Within, Karen saying, "See, Ethel, you really did it. You killed the bad noble who took her home away from us." Within, Ethel saying, "Ethel did good. Ethel protected everybody. Ethel avenged everybody." Within, soon she's saying, "But with Mr. Tanjiro's help, Ethel and Karen would never be able to do this." Within, soon, Karen saying, "Yes, that is true." With that, seeing what the two remaining Shonen heroes are doing, as they're basically taking care of the remaining guards in the area, as now they're almost all taken care of. Only that of 3 left, with one of them soon just dropping their sword, saying, "Fuck this shit. No, fuck this shit. I am out. I am not dying to this." Within, the other 2 guards also doing the exact same thing, as seeing each and every one of them all dead in front of them. Within, seeing the remaining guards leave, as then Ethel was about to draw her bow once again and basically kill them. Within, soon, Tanjiro saying, "Ethel, don't. It's not worth it. They're not worth it. If they're smart enough to finally realize that fighting us is no longer valid, then of course they need to run." Within hearing this, Ethel saying, "Kill." Within, Karen can help but say, "Ethel now, don't be too tedious." Within, soon, As the guards were getting closer and closer to leaving that of the grounds, they were soon grabbed by that of other Melremark guards. However, these guards looked like that of demi-humans. Within soon, a man with that of purplish bluish hair, with that of a monocle on his right eye, also wearing that of noble attire, saying, "What is the meaning of all this?" Within soon, Blake basically going through that of Idol Robier, seeing that of the keys in his hands, in her hands. Within soon, saying, what have you all done?" Within, as Asta was about to say something, within, Tanjiro basically stopped him, saying, "Sir, please allow me to explain, and allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tanjiro Kamado. I'm a demon slayer, or rather, the demon slayer Shonen hero." Within, the nobleman saying, "The demon slayer Shonen hero? Wait, you're one of the Shonen heroes I've been hearing about?" Within, soon, hearing this, saying, "Please explain now." After Tanjiro begins to explain everything, but with the help of both Elise and Felix as well, as the nobleman basically recognized Felix as the nobleman's name is Van Roven, Baron of the territory right next to Idol Robier. Wondering on what is happening to his fellow neighbor nobleman, he basically brought his own personal guards to see what's happening. And now knowing the situation, Van couldn't help but basically put his fingers on his chin before saying, "I see. I always knew this man was always going to be trouble, but now knowing the truth." Within soon, gather up all of the body and the guards. I need to make sure that what has happened here doesn't happen again. I need to go to Idol Robier's study and to make sure to bring the proof to that of Her Majesty when she returns. I don't trust the king, and now knowing that the plot between that of the Three Heroes Church have for this country, I better rally as many of the nobles who are with that of the queen as fast as I can. With that, soon, many of the guards saying, "Yes, sir, yes, my lord." With that, they all went off. As then, soon, Felix began to wonder, "I hope those kids are okay." Going into the dungeons, with then, Blake begins saying, "This should be it." As soon, basically, instead of using the keys, she's basically hasty and basically slices right through the door before kicking it. As then, entering into that of the cells, seeing that of tons of the residents of Lumen, with many of them being all demi-humans, only a few of them being humans at best. Within, soon, Ethel saying, "Oh no, oh man." Within, Kara saying, "Everybody." As then, one of the villagers saying, "Karen? Ethel? Is that you girls?" Hearing their names, they notice that it's actually one of the residents of their home. Within, soon, another one, being that of a dog demi-human, as they look like that of a boy. However, they can't really tell if they're a boy or a girl or not. Saying, "Big sis Ethel, big sis Karen." Within, both girls saying, "Kill!" As knowing that the demi-human's name as being Kill. As soon, Blake begins to open up the cages for each and every one of the former slaves. Now since Idol Robier is dead, they're now free of their slave marks. Within, heading to that of another cage, they soon see that of a little demi-human girl. Within, soon, entering into that of the, catacombs as well, being that of Elise, alongside that of Tanjiro. Within, Tanjiro saying, "Asta, we gather everyone here seems like some of them are all in bad condition. Within, gritting his teeth in that of pure and utter hatred, saying, especially the children. Within, hearing that, soon, Tanjiro looks at Elise, as then she begins to use that of her magic, and saying, Tipo, please, support me. Within, Tipo saying, you betcha. Within, Elise begins to chant, saying, the laws of nature allow me to decipher and understand and find a way to heal everyone's wounds and everyone's wounds. Healing circle! Within, soon, a giant circle begins to emerge around that of the entirety of the slave dungeon. Within, everybody begins to be healed. Within, Keel holding that of a little weasel girl in her hand, in that of their hands. Within, soon, the little girl begins to wake up a bit before saying, Keel, is that you? Within, Keel be saying, Ravenna, oh thank God, you're alive, saying, I don't think I'm going to last long. Keel, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I promised Raftalia I would last longer, but I couldn't. I'm so sorry, everyone. Within, Keel saying, please, Ravenna, don't die. Within, soon, Felix saying, out of the way. Within, saying, what are you here? Within, as he has that of a healing potion, which is also a mix of a medicine potion as well. Basically, he bought it off of that of Naofumi before they left, actually. Well, he likes to say he bought it off of him, but Naofumi basically gave it to him for free. More of a way he say he bought it as more of a way to feel like he doesn't have to owe Naofumi something after all. As Rafanna begins to drink the potion, she begins to cough a little bit, as Felix basically made sure that when she stopped coughing, he gave her the potion again. Within, soon, begins to see that not only her wounds are healing, not from Elise's, healing circle, but also her fever and also color begins to return back to her. Within, soon, Rafanna saying, I'm okay. Within, Keel saying, Rafanna! Oh, Rafanna! As the two friends basically embrace each other in that of tears. Within, soon, Felix standing up. Then, soon, Blake saying, you're a really nice guy. You know that, Felix saying? Don't get it twisted. I only did it because I said I would do this for that of Lord Asta. If either one of these damn slaves basically died, I basically would fail my lord. Simple as that. Within, soon, Asta saying, oh man, Felix, you are the man. I didn't know that you had one of Naofumi's potions on you. Man, you are a lifesaver. Literally. Within, soon, feeling the short muscle bound magic knight. Within, Felix basically blushing in that of annoyance, saying, all right, I get it, Sir Asta, I get it. Will you let go of me? I just did what I thought was right. Within, soon, Asta couldn't sound, yeah. Still, you are really amazing. I really thanks, Felix. Didn't really think that anything would happen like this, so thanks for looking out for us. Soon, Felix saying, yeah, whatever. After that, getting many of the slaves out of the dungeons. Within, Lord Van actually gathering up several carriages, bringing them back to his territory for the time being, so they can properly rest, given that everything they've basically been through. Within, soon, Tanjiro, alongside Asta and their parties, still remain at Idol Robier's, a manor for the time being. Within, Tanjiro and Asta basically standing in front of that of the T-Rex dinosaur statue, which is actually a dragon. Within soon, Tanjiro saying, you know, when I heard from Ethel saying that Idol Robier was trying to get to this statue, I wonder why. Within soon, Elise saying, I can actually feel a little bit of magic coming from this thing, Sir Heroes. Within, Tanjiro saying, wait, you're serious, Elise? Within, Elise nodding, as Tipo speaking of saying, yeah, it's something weird from this thing. It's almost like it's sealed, to be honest. You never heard anything that actually seems a little sealed? Within, soon, Asta saying, so wait, so you're saying that whatever this thing is, it's basically still alive? Within, feeling somewhat freaked out, as then Tanjiro saying, maybe it's best that it stays this way. Within, Asta saying, ditto. Within soon, Blake heading over to Asta, as then Asta saying, hey Blake, is everything all right? We're about to head out. So within soon, she begins to hug Asta again. However, instead of just hugging him, she also kisses him on that of the forehead as well for a little while, which causes Asta to freak out a little bit. Within, even Tanjiro was completely caught off guard. Even Alyssa couldn't help but blush as she grabs onto Tipo, basically blocking her blushing face, with Tipo basically having that of a gape, having his, well, stuffed animal mouth wide open. Within, stop kissing him on the forehead, she still hugs him, saying, thank you. Thank you so much, Sir Asta. You've done so much for me. You've helped me. You saved me. And yet I have done anything to repay you in return. Saying, hey, you don't need to. I just said we're partners, right? You helped, plus you are helping me. You're helping me trying to stop the waves and saving other people's lives, to be honest. So to be fair, before wrapping his left arm around her, as then she begins to blush before saying, you and I are already comrades and friends. You got nothing to repay me for, because you're already close to me. Blake, within, hearing that, soon, Blake couldn't help but cry, saying, Master Asta, I swear to you, I'll help you put an end to the waves of calamity. I'll do whatever it takes to help you in your goals to basically save as many people as you can. And even if you leave this world, I'll still continue what you wish, no matter what. This not just as your party companion, but as you say, your friend. With that, soon, Tanjiro couldn't help but smile. Within, Elise actually now seeing everything, still holding on to Tipo due to hiding her blushes, of course. Within, soon, Felix couldn't help but smile as well, saying, he may be an idiot, he may be stupid, and he may be a muscle-brown moron, but I think I really did make the right decision following him. Glenn, are you seeing this? Because I believe your dream really can become a reality. As long as the Shonen heroes are in this world, I can see it happening. As Felix says this in the night sky, a new change is starting to begin. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. And yeah, we've finally taken care of the thing I have been setting up for this whole entire series. It's finally taken care of, with basically Idol Robier being taken care of. The village, Raftalia's village members and friends now saved. Even Rafana basically survives as well. Barely, but yeah, she survives. Sorry that there was no Yuji in this chapter. To be honest, I wanted to focus a lot more on that of other characters, and mainly that of Tanjiro and Asta's party. And I can tell what some of you may be asking, but why didn't Tanjiro or Asta deal the final blow to Idol Robier? Well, I'm going to say this outright because they didn't have any reason to. I mean, their main focus was to save and help out the demi-humans, being treated as his slaves after all. If anything, Blake has more of a reason to basically kill Idol Robier, mainly for that, one for Raftalia and one for herself, given that she basically now has a full-on hatred for the Three Heroes Church and anyone that serves them. So yeah, that's not going to change anytime soon, just letting you guys know that now. As for the Three Heroes Church's plans, well, that's going to be taken care of a lot more faster and sooner. Just as I told you guys before, since I finally reached that arc, since I'm finally going to end that arc pretty soon after the second wave ends and everybody goes off their own. Of course, the Shonen heroes are going. The church is probably going to do something to the Shonen heroes as they plan on going their separate ways from Melremark. So look forward to that. Just giving you guys a heads up anyway. So yeah. At any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep to date my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my main channel, my other channel, my Patreon, and my Cash App. I'll link in the description below if I'm not too lazy to do so. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care.